The views and opinions expressed by guests on this podcast are their own and do not necessarily reflect those of the host or the management. This podcast should not be considered professional advice, and listeners should consult appropriate professionals for advice tailored to their specific needs.
All right. Happy 2026.
Happy New Year, y'all.
Yeah. First episode of the year. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Everyone that's subscribed so far, thank you so much. It means a lot to us. And hopefully we'll get more subscribers this year. We've got quite a number of people lined up already for this season. So
It's going to be a wild one. We're going to be adding 2 more questions soon. If anyone has any questions that you think we should add, then, let me know.
If someone feels something is missing, let us know. I'm Renee, and
I'm Lisa Marie, and I want to timestamp this. The Broncos just won their game yesterday and are going to the AFC Championship game. So I had to throw that in there because, our guest today is from the Midwest, and it's one of the most requested people, believe it or not. I think he's a Bucklehead. So are you a Bucklehead?
Yep, I'm a Bucklehead.
Yep.
So am I.
They're a group of enablers.
Yeah.
Yes, they are.
So, for the Buckleheads, I just want to say one more time, go Broncos, because they're all from the Midwest and they're all Kansas City.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
And
I think there's one in there maybe that's a Broncos fan, maybe a couple.
Oh.
You are, right?
No.
No.
I'm a fan of whoever's winning.
Well, this was a short episode. Thank you so much for joining.
Not that easy.
Yeah. All right. Quick introduction. Who are you?
I'm Farold Hoover. I live in Oxford, Kansas. I'm not retired yet. I look like I'm old enough. Probably one of the oldest guys you'll see at a race.
So far, I think. Yeah.
I'm a Bucklehead.
Okay. So let's get started with all these wonderful numbers. So I'm going to ask about your finishing time for this race.
What's that now?
Your finishing time.
Well, my finishing time on that was 31 hours and 45 minutes.
Okay, I love that. That's 31.75. A nice
and no seconds
number. And what was your travel time?
About 3.5 hours. Time we stopped and ate. It's north of where I live. I'm clear almost to Oklahoma and south central Kansas, and it's about 3.5 hour drive from us.
Okay, so 7 hours in total.
Yeah, 7 hours total.
Where'd you eat?
What's that?
Where did you eat?
Well, there's a barbecue joint up north. I think it's in Lyon. Anytime we go north, we stop in there. So we'll go out of the way to eat there.
Okay.
I think it's Heinz Barbecue.
Okay.
All right. It's always nice to have something familiar to get through when you go to a race. I mean, we've got our own favorite places when we travel. So, okay. What about the race fee?
That one there was $265 to run.
That's a nice cheap one.
I like that price.
Wow.
Yeah.
And what about your travel cost? I mean, you said you stopped and ate, and probably some gas and coffee.
Yeah. Gas and everything. We towed a little camper shell. Some of you have probably seen it there. It's like a utility bed in a trailer, and it's got air conditioning and everything in it. It's just economical. It's just someplace to sleep and cheap. So we tow it, so it takes a little extra gas to do that. So with gas and eating and everything, about $200.
That's still cheap.
That's still cheap. Dang.
Oh.
Yeah.
You must not drive a diesel.
No.
No.
Okay. What about nutrition? Did you buy any special nutrition for the race, or did you just go with the?
A little bit of both. Mainly, I take my own. So the time I bought everything that I normally eat is about $200 there too, I guess.
Okay. That's not.
What'd you bring? I bet you brought some meat. You brought some waffles. Syrup?
Waffles, yeah, the waffles and peanut butter. And believe it or not, this one here, I brought homemade tamales.
Oh,
Wow, and I wasn't there. I'd remember this.
Yeah, you missed it. You missed it. I got looking one day. I was sitting at work and I was bored and I got looking and a tamale has just almost everything you need in it. And it's easy to eat.
it
I mean,
is.
even
Yeah.
late in the race, I mean, it's crumbly, but you got protein, salt, and all that, carbs. And
Spices.
probably just don't want to get the hot ones, though.
Yeah. So you didn't make them, you bought them from the store.
I bought them from a lady over in Winfield, Kansas. She makes them for me.
Okay.
And so I had her make 2 dozen for that. And then every now and then we got a real nice Mexican restaurant here in town. They'll make them for me too. So I've taken them to about every race. This race here was the first one I tried them at, and they work so well that we take them about all races now.
Oh, that's cool.
Well, I'm going to snoop and poop and grab some of them tamales next
Now
time
she's
I
going
see
on
you.
Ultra Sign Up and find out what races you're
Yep.
going to.
Yeah.
Yep.
If I don't have tamales in my cooler when you guys come into the next race we're at, I'm in trouble.
Yep.
Yes.
I'm going to steal all your peanut butter.
There you go. We
So
don't run
what-
out of peanut butter.
Mm-mm.
What about shoes? Did you buy any shoes for this race particularly, or did you just go with what you had?
I just run I run generally in my trainers. This one here, I did take a pair of Brooks with me, trail shoes.
Yeah.
I'll wear them sometimes, but I did races in Oklahoma on the trails down there, still wore my road shoes.
Okay.
I have a hard time with them. I don't know. I trip a lot easier, I guess.
What flavor of Brooks were they?
What's that?
What flavor? Which kind?
What kind of Brooks?
What kind of shoe? I've got the Cascadias is what I've got.
Yeah.
Okay, good shoe.
They are a little, I mean, you got a lot of space between your foot and the ground, so you will have to
Yeah.
lift your feet a little higher on those ones.
I wear them rattlesnake hunting all the time, but when out on the trails, I don't know, man. I get around like real well snake hunting on the hills, but when I go try to run, I'm clumsy.
We need to write Brooks and have them add good for rattlesnake hunting.
Yeah.
on the page.
I would tell Brooks they got a good shoe for rattlesnake hunt, but they probably wouldn't pursue that market.
No, probably not.
I don't know if Brooks,
But
if
who
you're
knows?
listening.
Who knows? Okay, so no special shoes on that. What about essentials? So
Like a
Like-
watch.
that rain jacket you forgot at home, the extra
Poles.
shorts.
Yeah. I would say $50 to $75 on that.
Okay.
We'll pick up things as we go along, and you always forget something, so you got to send
You
the
do.
wife or the crew in to pick something up.
Yeah. So that is not so bad. I mean, you spent 35% of all your cost was actually the race fee.
Yeah.
That's not bad.
That's not bad at all.
No.
Now,
Okay,
I
so-
can buy on the cheap.
Yeah. So was this a fixed distance race?
Do what now?
Was it a fixed distance race or was it a timed race?
Yeah. Yes, it was a fixed distance.
Okay. So we got your finishing time at 31 hours and 45 minutes. What was
Right.
What was your goal time?
I wanted to come in on that one under 30. It's a pretty rough race, and I was
Okay.
looking at 30. I'm usually sub 30 on a 100-mile or a fixed race, and I was looking at that, and it just didn't happen that night.
Right. What was the cutoff time for the race?
32 hours.
Oh, you got in just in nick of time.
Yeah, barely.
Yeah. Okay. So you got some pretty good numbers here.
Matter of fact, go ahead.
Okay, so I found out people are trying to game the system. So I split the score into 3 separate sections. So there's a performance, which is your finishing time compared to the goal time. And then there's the ambition, which is your goal time compared to the cutoff time. And then there's the aggressiveness. How well did you finish compared to the time limit, the cutoff time?
Nerd.
Yes, I'm very nerdy on that. So your performance was 0.14, and that is because you took a little longer than you planned to do. Your ambition was pretty good, 0.29, because you did not just go for the time limit. You actually wanted to do better than the cutoff time. and aggressive. Well, that's 0.025 because you're so close to the cutoff time. So,
Right. Yeah. I come on. Yeah.
but
Funny
overall,
thing about that, Bert,
yeah.
When I went to that race, real quick on a deal on the time, I walked in and told the race director, I paid for 32 hours and I intend on using every bit of it.
Yes.
And he laughed just like you're laughing. He said, "I know better than that. You're going to do better than that." And when I crossed the finish line, the first thing I did was look at him and said, "Thought I was joking, didn't you?" I took
I like
everything
that.
but 15 minutes of it.
I love that. But your return on investment was 0.44. It's just slightly under the average we've seen. But
It's all those snacks you bought.
yes, no, it's not. But most people that have a low return on investment usually end up high because they had a ton of fun. But I'm going to let you find that out.
Okay, so we're going to talk about those aid stations. And I know you love talking about aid stations. So what did you give it and why?
Man, I gave the aid station there 10. This race is staffed by really, really good ultra runners with good background, good solid background. And you especially out on the not at start finish, but out in the field or out on the trail, they're just phenomenal out there with food. Every time you come in, they got something different sitting there to eat. They can see if you're having issues and can try and help you out. I mean, you can't get a better aid station, in my opinion.
That's great. That's great.
Did they serve any Nutella or anything there? Bacon?
What now?
They serve any?
They had bacon. I had some bacon while I was there. Quesadillas. Quite a bit of fun stuff. Oranges, the typical watermelon. They had a lot of watermelon, and got to have watermelon to run.
I can't eat it. I've tried it. It's I don't know. Watermelon at
just doesn't
home.
agree with it.
Yeah, it just doesn't want it. Yeah. But I'm jealous of everyone eating it, so I will run behind somebody eating watermelon so I can get the ever effins? No. The good smells.
It's the smell of watermelon.
Yeah, smell of watermelon. So how about that fun factor?
That was a fun race. I mean, I gave that a 10 too because the crowd there or the group, it's a smaller race. Real close knit. Most people know each other. And so we have a good time out there. And, everybody helps everybody. And I think keeping it a smaller number helps. And so the fun deal, a lot of joking going back and forth to pass the hours through the night. And so, yeah, it's 10. I'd say the fun factor on that be 10.
Awesome. Was there anything that stuck out at you on those trails? Something fun happen that you're just were like, oh, yep, this is the best?
Trail, I didn't see a whole lot out on the trail that I can really remember this year. Seen some deer, which is the first time I've ever seen deer there. We got rained on a little bit, but just for a little bit. Kicked a rock and swelled my toe up. That wasn't really fun, but
come on.
It's part of the experience, right?
You paid for that.
I know. Yeah, and I wasn't going to say nothing to the wife because she would come in and say, "Well, you dummy, you kicked the rock. You paid this kind of money. You kicked the rock. Right. You're not quitting. Go."
Just to take a moment and say, "I love your wife." Absolutely.
Yeah. I will.
So, okay, so we'll just hop on over to trail markings. Were they good or bad? And this is your own interpretation here.
Yeah, the trail markings was really, really good. I'd give it an 8 at least. The trail, the way it's set up, is kind of hard to get off course. I did the first time. This is actually the second time I ran this course, and I did get off the first time. I come around the deal and I went straight when everybody turned left, and there was a sign there that said left. I went right on by it, and the trail ended. I'm looking around, hey, no lights behind me or nothing. And I'm going, I kind of think I took a wrong turn. And then, of course, you guys have done that too. And then you stand around and wonder, well, did I or did I not?
Yeah.
Yes.
So then you got to figure out, what's going on, and finally you go back.
Yeah. So with that, then let me ask you, I've been kind of doing a survey, I'm sure you've heard about it, that Where do you like your trail markings? So I know that during the day people want to look down because they don't want to fall, but at night they seem to want to have their markings up here,
Yeah.
kind of hip distance or on the ground.
I
What?
kind of like them mid distance. I've ran a couple races or a few races where they've actually marked on the ground too with paint.
Yeah.
That's pretty nice. The reflective about chest high for night and days. I seem to do better with that because if I can look off and see the markings from a distance a little better
Exactly.
than what you could if I were down, and that's kind of the way I like it.
Yeah.
Did this race have confidence markers along with
Uh,
the trail markings?
no,
No?
Nope.
I don't think so.
Okay.
Okay.
I had to ask that because I have to guess which race this is. So I'm going to ask a little bit of questions here because I know you run different races.
I've been around a
So,
lot of them, so we're
so
going
how
to
about,
test you.
yep. All right. How about the weather? You get to be the judge of the weather.
Well, you did
So,
mention it rained a little bit
The
on
yeah.
you.
weather on this one was better than what it could have been, but worse than it should have been, if that makes
Okay.
sense.
That-
It got kind of hot. In the evening, we got towards early morning, we got a little bit of a rain shower, but not a lot. We had some showers the night before, but overall the weather was pretty decent. It warmed up real hot in the afternoon.
Of course it did.
Yeah, it got warm in the afternoon, but other than that, I mean, I never really wore a coat or a heavy jacket, so the weather was pretty good.
Did
Okay.
you have to use ice to stay cool?
Yeah, matter of fact, on that one, I use them ice bandanas. There's a gal like out in Utah or something makes them insulated ice bandanas,
Mm.
and I did use that there, and I signed on that particular race. You're better off to put it on early and be
Yeah.
safe, as get out on the trail and realize it's hot, and oh my, you got a ways to go, and I learned that lesson one other year.
So, what would you rate the weather? What kind of score would you give Mother Nature?
The weather up there, I hit that one at a 7.
Okay. That's not so
Yeah,
bad.
could have been better, could have been worse.
Yeah. Okay. Did you have any pacers? I'm gonna.
Pacers.
Eesh.
Is that what you said?
I
Pacers?
said pacers. Did you have any pacers?
Pacers. All right. Yeah, I did have Pacers. I had a young man pace me for 20. He
Okay.
picked me up for 20 miles. It was his first time on a trail. He did great. Did wonderful. First time pacing too, and I had paced him at a couple races or helped him out a time or two, and so I thought, well, he asked if he could, and he was going to do all the finish from when he could pick up, but you could pick up a pacer there at 40, and I got 20 from him, and he got a taste of that trail life.
He didn't like it.
Yeah. I don't know. I think he'll sign up for one.
Good.
I think he underestimated it, but a lot of people do. And
Yeah.
so I did a pacer for that first, and then I come around and I did the next 10 without a pacer, and then I picked a pacer up at an aid station that took me
Okay.
on in and
So how
whatnot. And
did
he was great.
Right
I
on.
couldn't ask for a better guy there. He was, we were both about the same age, and so, rather than sitting out in front of the barbershop talking, that's him and I just talk about man stuff, right?
So,
And honestly, if it hadn't have been, can I mention his name?
Oh yeah,
sure.
absolutely.
Yeah, Roger Bieberly.
Oh, you know
Was
him.
the one that I picked
Oh.
up Roger. Honestly, I will say, had it not been for Roger, I probably would have come in late.
So
He
one of the
pushed when I
Biebs.
pushed,
Yeah.
and he pushed and brought out some. He found a gear in me that I'd lost, and just him being there,
Yeah.
it made a big difference.
Roger is an awesome guy to be
Yes.
around.
He is. He is.
Absolutely.
Steph and
Yeah.
Roger both are. They're
Yes,
great
they
people.
are. I hope to have them on soon if they're listening. Y'all need to answer the email that I'm going to be sending soon.
So how did the Pacers do?
Yeah. And just know before you answer that, if they don't like the answer, they can come on and rebuke this whole thing.
uh, what the crew? Is that what you said? How
The
the crew?
The
Pacers.
Pacers.
The
Oh,
Pacers.
the pace. How did they do?
Yeah.
Okay,
So,
they did great. They did good. I mean, that race is a hard race to pace somebody when you're never paced anybody.
Yeah.
mhm.
And he did good. He kept things moving through the night. He got me through the rough part of the night. You all know that little area there where it gets kind of rough,
Yeah.
and he did real well. He would of all things, he talked about his work. And,
Yes.
that was the furthest thing from my mind at that point in my life. But he kind of does some of the same type of work I do, so it was
Yeah.
kind of fun to, But he did real good. I think over time, he's young guy. I think over
Right.
time he's going to. You're going to see him. He might be on the podcast one day.
Good.
Okay.
You can
And
suggest him. So
yeah,
just send me an email.
he did good. Yeah, he did real. Colton Howell was his name.
Oh,
Uh,
okay.
he's
All
he's
right.
got big. He I met this guy. I got to tell you real quick. I met this guy through a real funny deal. He posted on Ultra Running, asking
Okay.
about mileage for something, a race he'd signed up for, and it was his very first Ultra. He had signed up for Outlaw 135. Go big or go home, man. But, I thought, man, that's going to be
Yeah.
a rough one, buddy. But if that's
Why
what you want, there
is-
you go. Yeah.
Yeah.
And they just moved it to a new course, so I couldn't tell him anything about it. And I
No.
was going to run that one too. And I think he got 50 in, and it was a phenomenal effort. Blisters,
Yeah.
he blistered real bad. It was his first one, and but I thought, man, that I like this guy. Who signs up for a 135 their first time? I mean, you got to respect that one.
Oh, absolutely,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Yeah, go big or
That's
go home.
bold. That's bold.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah.
So what would you give? How would you rate the Pacers? 1 through 10.
I would probably give them both a 9. I mean,
Okay.
Oh,
because they come right in.
Okay, so
Good.
Colton and Roger, if you feel like you deserved a 10, you may contact me and we can do a rebuttal.
Okay.
So
I'll throw that 9 out there just to see what kind of slack I catch off of it.
okay, so did you have a crew? Did your beautiful wife crew you?
She did. She did. And if you
Okay.
want to test your marriage, that's the way to do it.
Yes.
Yep.
If you can get through a 100-mile race and not have lawyers sitting there with a cop in your front yard when you get home with papers telling you you're going to have to find another place to live, you got a pretty solid marriage.
So how would you rate her? And again, she is allowed to come on and rebuke anything.
Man, she's got a pretty bad left hook. I'm gonna go with a 10.
A
Yeah.
10.
That's what
I'll
I
knock
thought.
me out if I did anything else. She does a great job. She really does.
She does.
Yeah.
She is very
She does.
diligent and
Yeah.
and she is very snarky with you and she does not let you step out of line. It's
Yeah.
cute.
She knows when to tap me out. I've had a couple, 2 or 3 DNFs, and I'll crawl to the finish line if I have to. And she'll pick me up by the shirt collar and say, "Not today," And usually her judgment's better.
Right.
I've painted myself in a corner a few times on races where she finally says, "Hey, we're done." And but she knows enough to know
Right.
when I've had enough. And that's something worth a lot of have that as a crew member.
Right.
Absolutely.
Well, that's the fact that you also respect that and you listen. Whereas other
Yeah.
people might be like, nah, I'm fine. Just pick me up
Yeah.
when I'm dead. But
Yeah,
I mean,
well, Outlaw, I DNF'd that at 91 miles. Okay.
Yeah.
Back a few years back, and it beat me up. I was 40 hours to get to 91. There wasn't very many finished that year. And I come in at 91 and I'm just kind of off in La La Land. And she said, "You're done." And I know, man, I'm good to go. But looking back, that would have been probably a longer 9 miles for her than it would be for me. And I'm
Yeah.
beat up because I didn't want her worrying. It was a rough course. She knew it was a rough course. And you're going to have a lot of area there where you're not going to have any communications. And
Oh,
the
yeah.
not knowing, I don't want to put her in that position.
No,
Right.
no, that's
And just so everyone knows, Outlaw is a very, very tough course, and they have recently changed it. So I
to
don't
an
know how
even
Yeah.
worse
to an
course.
even worse one that I understand. And you are out there
Yeah.
for a long time.
Yeah.
It's a long.
Yeah.
You only get to see your person once every 20 miles, and
Yeah.
it is rough to be sitting there waiting and not knowing
Oh
anything.
yeah. You
It
know,
is.
and out there it was so remote that you didn't have a lot of cell phone service.
No,
So
there's nothing out
she
there.
couldn't. And if she didn't
And then
hear
the
from me,
weather.
yeah. So, but she usually calls me like she could track me, and she'll call me a mile or two out before I get in, and she'll have everything ready for me. And I'll tell her what I need, and she has it ready. And if she'd have got out there and I didn't answer the phone, she'd have probably panicked. I don't want to put her into that.
No, that's so important with the crew that they know you well enough to say you can go further or this is where it ends.
Yeah.
They
Yeah.
could say, "Get your ass back out there."
There you go.
So, okay. So moving on, we have blisters and a new hat
I'm chafing.
and chafing.
New hat.
Yeah.
I like
Yeah.
that one.
I like that one. Yeah.
Yeah.
Coming to
What
a
is-
race near you.
Yeah,
Yes.
I'm gonna steal it. So I didn't say that. I just blamed him.
Okay.
All right.
All right. Or Tracy. You can. Yeah.
Are we playing blame the foreigner now?
Yeah. Blame the foreigner, who will not be a foreigner much longer.
No.
But yeah, how blisters and chafing and things that we don't talk about that we're going to talk about now. Did you have stomach issues? Did you?
Uh, I didn't really have any stomach issues at all. I had some chafing.
Yeah.
The chafing was from the ice bandana.
Ah.
Got of all places, I wear a heart rate strap so I can get more time out of my watch, and it chafed around there something fierce. And
Ooh.
I didn't even know what was going on, but I got chafed there and kind of a little bit in the inner thighs. But other than that, that was it. Blisters, other than kicking the rock, my feet were fine.
Okay.
Other than my toenails filed for divorce and was granted a couple days later.
Of course.
But that's typical. Not enough ulcers, you don't have to trim your toenails.
That's
We all
true.
know that. But other than that, I really come out of that pretty good. I actually got up the next day and went to work.
Wow.
Sometimes I'll take a day off, on the Monday off, just kind of soak and that. But I got up that morning and went right on straight back to work.
All
You
right.
sound like you need to decide up for a longer race.
Or a harder
Yeah.
one.
Well, I don't know. Tracy has said no to the 200s.
Oh, really?
But however, she did agree to the pilgrimage. So we're going to be out the pilgrimage
Yes.
for that. So
Awesome.
she said that
So
since
will
they spread
we.
it over 5 days, she would let me do a 200 that way. But as far as going up and doing a cowboy or one of them, it's not going to happen with her.
So we won't see you at the
and
summit.
Yeah, she sees enough of what goes on that
Yeah.
she thinks 100's about the limit, and I think some of that is her limit.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So what would you give that? The 1,000 needles that went through your skin, getting that chafing, that burning, ant biting feeling. What would you give that?
What did I do about it?
What score did you give
What
your
score
chafing?
did you give your chafing?
What was funny was I normally use what is that stuff? Corona, that cream for horses.
Yeah.
Is what I use, and Paul Cutworth turned me on to that.
Yeah.
And it does great. I didn't put. Who would have thought you were going to chafe around your heart rate strap? And I didn't put any there, and that's what it was.
I would say any girl in a sports bra would say that.
Yes. I could have, if you had just called me and said, Lisa Marie, and I would have told you need to put something there. Absolutely. I've had bleeding. Any girl will tell you, you have to do it. You have to do it. You will never do that again, I bet.
No, I won't forget that. I learned my lesson, and I didn't realize it until I got in the shower. I finished
Oh,
race
you
and then got in the
screamed.
shower and cleaning up and getting ready to go take a nap and ride home, and it was like somebody threw hot gas on me, on the
Did you
back of that hot
cry?
water hose. course. Of
Good.
course I cried. I wouldn't tell it any other way. That'll make the guys that won't admit it maybe admit it the next time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
There's a
so
whole lot of
what's
people out there that don't cry that actually do.
Yeah.
true. So, what score are we giving these blisters or this chafing?
I gave that a 7 because, like I said, I come out of that without any blisters.
Yeah,
The
that's good.
chafing was, but the no blisters or anything. My feet did really well. Other, like I said, again, kicking that rock, and but other than that, I come away pretty good shape.
That's good. That's awesome.
Good. Okay, so then we're going to move on to my favorite thing, the lavatory facilities. Now, I know that you either went outside or you went into a porta potty. You can describe anything you want or you can rate it. I am sure the people that have the porta potties are not listening, but we can always call them up and say, hey,
If
you need to
if
do
the
something.
RDs are listening, they will
This one
forward
is,
a message.
it has let me see, it has a porta potty, and that's another story in itself with the porta potty and one of my pacers. And that's
Oh,
if you care to hear that one.
Oh, no, go ahead. This is
Here's
your
his
race
first
report.
time out. You're going to love this. He's going to shoot me for this. We're out on the trail, and he has to go to the bathroom. Okay. And Colton says, man, I got to go to the bathroom. I said, well, run up a mile or so ahead of me. And then I watch for my light. If I go by, you'll know where I'm at. And he said, I don't know that I'm going to do that. And I said, well, then we got 3 miles. We'll get to the aid station. They have a outhouse there, or a porta potty. And he said, okay. And I said, I knew I was getting close to time. I was kind of behind where I wanted to be. And I said, you got 3 minutes, dude. I don't care what you do. You got 3 minutes in there.
sweet.
And I went over and got some food and stuff. And I was talking to the guys at the aid station. Man, where's this guy at? And finally, one of them says, hey, you just take off. I'll point him in the right direction. So I took off, and he caught me about a mile up there. He goes, dude, you're moving faster than I thought you was. He said, you made a lot of time here, man. I said, I'm fighting cutoff, man. So then you left me in the bathroom.
You did. You kind of did.
But yeah, they had a porta potty there, and then at the regular net now they had running water.
Oh,
Bathrooms with running water. I mean, you can't beat that.
No?
no, that's a dream come true.
Yeah.
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 So what score are we giving these lavatories?
Man, I gave them a 9. Just to run of water. Just to run of
Wow.
water, man. Of all the ones that I've done, that one was one of the nicer bathroom facilities. I
So-
did do Ollie's a couple about a month ago. I think it was in December. They got real nice bathrooms there too. They got outhouses and running water in their showers.
So all they needed was to put in a scented candle, and they would have been a 10.
What's that?
I said that all they had to do was put in a scented candle, and you were giving it a 10. They were missing a scented candle, possibly.
The
Potpourri.
Potpourri.
potpourri. Oh man, I've been to some that had its own potpourri from the other runners. I don't know what they was eating, but my God, they don't know how to see a doctor. I mean, you get into one of them open hole joints, you're asking for it going in there.
Oh, yeah. I'm always worried that, because I don't carry my phone or anything, but I wear sunglasses. And I'm always worried when I walk into those porta potties that my glasses are going to fall off. And I'm like, okay, I need, do I grab them or not? And I'm like, oh, these gooders would not be worth it. No. They're not going to stick their hand in there.
They're a cell phone, glasses, wallet. It's gone.
It's
Yeah,
gone.
I know, man.
There's no rescue.
No, it's done, man. No, I'm not. Nope. Can't do it.
Okay, so here comes one of my favorite things, and I've always been curious about this one with you. Did you take any trail naps on this race? And when I say trail naps,
Nope.
did you lay down on the side of the trail and take a nap, or did you fall?
I fell a couple times. I mean, I'm 60 years old. I put a warning out. If somebody finds me laying on the side of the deal, pick me up and point me in the right direction. I'm elderly.
So-
and I think everybody falls down.
Yeah.
in trail races. It
But
happens.
but
But
but the big question is, was it an elegant fall or was it just like,
And I've seen you fall before, so,
is
don't
it
lie.
just a clumsy fall?
you saw that?
I've seen you fall before.
You saw that? I
Yeah.
didn't think anybody saw that.
Oh, maybe not that one, but I've seen you fall.
Oh, maybe once.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So was it elegant? I've also seen you fall going in for a picture with a photographer where you went in and you slid in and then you
Yeah, I
Yes.
did that. Yeah, I did that. I actually did. Yes, I remember
Yes.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I think I have that picture somewhere.
He took it.
yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah, I took
yeah,
it. Yeah.
yeah. I
Yeah.
bet. Yeah, that was a good time.
So, how would you rate that fall? I mean, it could be like, oh, it was an awful fall, or, it was very beautiful and, you know,
It was graceful.
just
I always
graceful.
Graceful.
fall graceful. I always fall
Uh,
graceful.
Mhm.
I fell down at Outlaw with a gal behind me, and she was legitimately worried. And then when I got up and told her I was all right, she asked me if I faked the fall.
because that's what you
I
do,
guess it
right?
disappointed her. It didn't hurt me. I don't know. I don't know. But,
Because that's what we do as runners, right?
yeah,
We just fake a fall just for
yeah,
attention.
So, but
Yeah.
yeah, hell, anybody falls, I don't care how bad it hurts. They're going to get up and tell you you're all right. I mean,
Yeah.
and
Still got
I
to go
don't know.
forward.
That's right. That's 2 steps I didn't have to take in that race.
Yep. I've actually fallen before forward so much it was in the feet that my Garmin showed a lurch in my time gap for that mile.
Oh no.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
yeah.
Now, don't think I've ever triggered my alert falling. I don't. I would hate for Tracy to get that alert. If she
Oh
did,
yeah.
it would probably she could probably set a course record on that, trying to get out there, find out what the old man did. You
Yeah.
know?
He's my emergency contact with those alerts, and he's like, "Oh, okay."
I'm right next to her. So yeah, I know you fell.
I can see that. So, what would you rate your falls?
Man, we're gonna go 7 with that. 7 or 8. Between 7 and a
Okay,
half.
7 and a half.
Okay, I think we can
And
fix
so,
it.
you know what? Now I'm talking about now I'm ready. Let's calm down. What was your mental state? 1 to 10.
Mental state.
Mental state. That depends on who you ask. I thought mine was really, really good. Tracy, on the other hand, when I get out of line, and you two are married, and you know that when one comes into the aid station, he might not be in the best of moods sometimes. She has no idea what kind of state of mind I'm going to be in. Usually it's good for the most part. Now, I did come in a couple times a little cranky, and she'll put me in my place.
Yeah.
She'll
Okay.
remind me she doesn't have to be out there, and that's good. And she's not a whipping post, but you come out there and you better just settle down. I'm the one feeding you. You know that, don't you? I can just take the car and the food, and I'll go home. What are you going to do then? That's how that works. You straighten up real quick.
Yeah, I bet. So, in your personal opinion, what score would you give your mental state?
I'm 10 really on that one. For that was a pretty tough race, and for it to stay, it was a lot better that race than, let's say, Outlaw.
Okay.
By the time I got to the end of 91 miles Outlaw, I was mentally gone.
Yeah.
And so I never did really lose contact with my mental state. And again, good pacers through the night helped with a lot of
That
that.
helps a lot.
A good pacer
Yeah,
can be a godsend.
you
Okay,
bet.
hallucinations. Come on, give me something here. Give me something. Anything.
That one there, I didn't even have any hallucinations on that. I was disappointed.
No.
I was really, really disappointed.
No.
I've had some really great hallucinations at races, and that one there really surprised me that I didn't, because I figured I would in that one.
Yeah.
And
Oh.
I think if it would have been without pacers again, I think I probably there's enough stuff there to see that you can definitely probably have some good hallucination. I've known some people that's had some good hallucinations there, but my friends at 2 a.m. just didn't come out and play that day.
Ah,
Damn. I was
And
looking
kind of
forward to
disappointed.
some good hallucination stories.
Yeah. Oh, I got some good ones from down in Outlaw. That was one of my worst ones there. I actually, when I was Outlaw, there's a big uphill called Anaconda, and I had a dog show up with a collar on and an antenna. I stopped and took a picture because I'm not sure whether this is real or not. I get into the aid station and I tell the guy about it. They're hog hunting out there while we're racing with dogs.
Oh,
They had collared dogs. He goes, "Oh, you're not hallucinating. Oh, there's one right there." And there was one walking by. But I found coolers along the trail on that one. I seen a lady walking a Great Dane, and that was kind of odd. But the last one I had just before the wife pulled me out, I seen a big rock up the deal and thought somebody had put a cooler out there for us to get a cold pop or something to eat or something out there. I thought, man, that was really nice of them. I got there and it was a rock. I'm pretty
yeah.
disappointed in that one. That typical that. But that one there, snakes and trees. It was a fun night. At one point, Tracy called me up, asked me how I was doing. I said, "I'm doing fine." She was getting rained on, and I hadn't even paid any attention. I was getting rained on, and didn't even notice it, and wouldn't have if she hadn't called. But that was probably one of my funnest races for hallucinations. It was a wild night.
I had great hallucinations at Outlaw as well. Sometime we'll have to compare notes.
Yeah, we will. We will.
Okay, so no hallucinations. I'm really sad about that, but okay. Well, it is what it is. I get it. So, whenever you sign up for this race, I don't know if you did or not, but there is a description and there's a runner's manual. If you read it, then you went to this race. Did it match or did the RDs lie?
Well, let's talk about that. Race directors and course descriptions.
Yep.
Yes.
Race directors are not dishonest. They stretch it.
Yes.
They stretch it. They pull it out. They don't want to scare you off where you don't show up, So if you got 4,000 feet altitude gain, hey, well, it's 3,000, give or take. Yeah, they won't notice
give or
that.
take.
Yeah, give or take's the key word. And usually it's give.
Yeah.
They give you more than what they're telling you. But other than the course, it's told it's going to be tough. It's going to be a rough one. You better come to be serious about it. It's one of them races you go to finish. You don't go set up PR, and they let you know that. So the course description was it's pretty well spot on.
Okay.
Other than the altitude.
So what score? So what score are we giving this?
I gave him a 10 on that one because I've seen some pretty badly described races.
Yes.
And you get down there and think, oh my gosh, this ain't near what I thought it was going to be. And then you go back and read the race description and you read more into it than what you really should have.
Yeah, I've done that.
That undulating route is really climbing a mountain.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And new hat
for the swag and buckle discussion.
If that was in pink, I would steal it. Pink camo. So just be glad you have a pink camo hat. But if Tracy doesn't, I'll just take that one. Yeah.
Well, I got one more pretty one for the end, though.
Okay,
right on.
Good.
So whenever you got to this race, you were handed a bag and it had swag in it. And when you finished the race, you either got a medal or a buckle. So let's start with the swag bag. What was in there and was it worth it?
There was a T-shirt. There were some stickers and some samples. And I think there was a little bit about local stuff going on, too. I'm not sure. I don't remember there. But it was a nice little bag.
Okay.
Yeah.
And the buckle, how was that?
Buckles are top notch. I really like the buckle. I've had a lot of compliments on the buckles.
So you wear yours?
No. I've showed it to people. I mean, people that didn't even want to see it got to look at it that first couple of days.
Of course, because they have to see it. If you do something, everyone's got to share. I get that.
Yeah.
Look, Look.
The first race I ever signed up for, first ultra I ever signed up for, right, Tracy? I said, hey, I think I'm going to do this ultra. And it's talking about buckles and swag bags. And she says, okay. So I signed up. She was at the time was working for a bank. Okay. So I sign up. I use my debit card. I sign up for this race, and it was a couple $100. And she comes home and she goes, hey, how much was that race? I said, $200. She's, well, what do you get for your money? And I said, well, you get a T-shirt when you start, and a belt buckle if you finish. And she goes, oh yeah. She goes, what? I can go to the flea market and get you a T-shirt and a belt buckle for $1. And you pay $200. I said, yeah, but you got the trail. She goes, well, if you go up there the next day, what's it going to take to run that trail? What would they charge? I said, oh, nothing. It's free. Oh, you pay $200 for that one day they charge, and you're going to get a belt buckle if you finish. And at that point, I'd never run an ultra. She don't know, and she's just going like, "Man, this just ain't making sense," you know. But she kind of gotten used to that now.
Yeah.
But she was just couldn't believe somebody pay that kind of money to go out there and pound yourself into a crack
Right.
for a belt buckle and a T-shirt.
Yeah,
Right.
it's hard to explain to somebody. But, I have actually found a way to explain. So people like to question my judgment on, the race fees, the travel, and everything. But what I've said is, I grew up around rodeos. So, there's a person that gets on a bull and kind of messes up their junk and for a buckle, the same way we do it. We just get more.
And it only takes them 8 seconds.
Yeah, it takes them 8 seconds. It just takes us days to get ours. So
Yeah.
So just say it's like a rodeo that takes days.
Yeah, exactly. People, I
They pay more. They pay more for that 8-second ride.
Yeah. You don't hallucinate on a bull.
No.
Unless you fall off on your head, maybe. But,
Yeah.
I've actually been to some ultras where first timers run it that, might have seen something about ultras on TV or whatnot and didn't know a lot about. They come across the finish line. I have seen it where they hand them a belt buckle and they didn't have no idea they was going to get a buckle.
Yeah.
They were looking for a medal like you get at a marathon or a 5K, and they hand them a buckle. It's like, what am I supposed to do with this? Where's the ribbon?
Put it on a belt.
Yes, put it on a belt.
Then you explain to them, you get a buckle, and they just, wow, that's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I've actually seen that happen.
Yeah. And they want a banana. They're reaching out for that banana, and you're like,
there's a buckle. Well, you can always go to the aid station and eat all the bananas you want.
Yeah. I've seen people walking out into an aid station like, can I have this? They're like all confused about the aid stations. And So what would you give that swag metal buckle?
Man, a swag and a buckle. That buckle's one of the nicer ones I got. I gave them a 10 on that. I mean, they got it going on.
Okay. So,
wow.
So your experience score on this race is an 8.95 out of 10.
Basically a 9.
That's basically a 9 out of 10. That is amazing, considering that you didn't really like the blister and chafing. You were not too happy with the weather. So that is a very nice high score. So I look at this score only and I say, this is probably a race you would do again.
You probably has already signed up.
I originally said never again. Now, the first time I ran it, I DNF'd it, and then I went down to Outlaw, and I told the wife I'm going back to this other race because after Outlaw, this ain't nothing, But I'm actually contemplating running it again this year.
Okay, that's good.
I think I have a good idea which race it is. But if I'm wrong, you're going to laugh your butt off. But I think it is.
Let me hear.
Hell Creek 100.
Hell Creek it is. Yes, Hell Creek 100.
You need to go run the 140. That's where it's at. That's where the hallucinations are at. So the 100.
Okay, what year was this? What year was it?
This year.
Was it 2025?
Yes. You ran it in 2025 last year, right?
Yeah, 2025 last.
All right.
The only reason I know this was Colton. That's
Yeah.
what gave it away.
you knew. You
Yeah,
knew.
they have a very low finish rate up there
Yeah.
at Hellcat. I mean, it's down around what 60% fail rate.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so I
I
was
think
the
pretty
first
close.
female to ever finish this race, and finally this past year, another female finished, and I was so happy
Yeah,
that somebody else did it, and yeah.
yeah.
Um, so let's first discuss the elephant in the room. So you're leaving and you're running this race.
Let me just give him his UTI
Oh,
score 0.67, which is a little over the average. So, yes, even if your return on investment was lower because you had such a great time, you actually ended up high up in the score.
which makes
So,
you number one.
so far, number one. Yeah.
Yeah.
So this is, now I'm not going to curse, but just imagine I'm using the F word and then using the word okay? The race directors are messing with you on this race. The elevation profile is messed up. It is undulating and really messed up. And you're going like this for many miles. But it's very scenic because you're coming over, I think it's a mile and a half into it. And on the ground that is about 3 feet long, someone draws a penis, and
On
we
the
call it
rocks.
Penis Rock.
The penis rock.
From the first
Penis
year.
rock.
Penis,
Yes.
you did not see Penis Rock. Don't tell me you did not see the penis there, the giant penis that someone drew, 3 feet long.
It is not drawn on, it's chiseled into the
They
rock.
chiseled it into the rock that you're running on. And this past year, somebody went back out because we went and took pictures, and they drew the you know,
The family jewels.
the family jewels onto this 3
The
foot.
nuts. They got
Yes,
down
the
into the
nuts.
nuts and bolts of things.
Exactly.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
tell me
Yes.
you
Blast
saw
from
it.
slow.
Yeah.
Yes.
So you run over hills and you're running behind that and you've got an aid station. Imagine an aid station sitting here and you're running and half the time you don't know that you're running underneath them, but you can hear the laughter. That's why I was hoping
Right.
that yeah. So you have
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
no idea on this course where you're at ever. It is
Yeah.
remote but not remote.
Yeah.
But you're
Yeah.
never alone, right?
Exactly.
Never alone.
Even people that are 2 miles behind you can be right next to you on the other part of the trail.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
You know,
it's
or you see him and you go, how the hell did he get ahead of me?
Yeah,
That
exactly.
gap is still back there.
Yeah.
You know, the trails don't crisscross, but they lay within each other, and you think, yeah, that guy got ahead of me somewhere. I wasn't in an aid station. Now he's out there, and then you realize, hey, I was there, 2 miles earlier. So yeah,
Yeah.
it's deceiving like that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you never know
The
which
thing that-
direction.
the thing that I get, and I know you're going to tell me the same thing, is Hell Hill aid station.
Yep.
Yep.
You will see that thing 5 times in that 10 miles before you ever get to it. And you think, oh, there's the aid
Yes.
station. I'm close. And
Yeah.
next thing you know, Chase skirts you off in another direction
Yep.
Yep.
and it disappears.
Yeah.
Am I wrong?
Nope.
I
You're
mean, it's a
absolutely
mental
right.
game there. It
Yeah.
is. It's a mental game.
It
Because
is. And
when you see the aid station, you're there. You
Yeah.
made it. You're good to go. I got something to eat and drink and friendly faces. And then all of a sudden, they're gone. He jerks the rug out from under you. And he does that 3 or 4 times before you get to the aid station for real.
yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
we ran the 140 the first year of it, and we were the only 2 finishers. And we became very delusional like children. And we thought that the people on the bikes had removed and changed the flags because it's so
Yeah.
Oh,
and
yeah.
all of a sudden you hear Kim and Ken laughing. They're like, "You're not lost."
I mean, I swear on that
Eldon's
last loop. Oh, I like that one.
Eldon's
I like that one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's Eldon. Eldon Glano, man. He gave these out for Heartland. Got to have Eldon's hat on. Got to represent
Oh, yeah.
Eldon. We love Eldon.
Yes,
Oh, yeah.
we do.
Yeah. So I swear on that last loop, we passed places we've never been before.
Yeah.
But according to the race directors and the aid station, no, we're fine. We've been there 7 times before.
Yeah. So I'm surprised you didn't have any hallucinations. When I figured out what it was, I was like, oh, that's the one that Renee that's famously peed on a stick because he thought it was a snake.
It was a snake. It was a dead snake.
It was a snake,
Yeah.
but Yeah, so
I'm still convinced to this day the best way to find out if that snake was dead or not was to pee on it.
yeah, so you gotta go run the 140. You need hallucinations if
And
you
since you're
Yeah,
since this,
I would do the. I think I would try the 140 at one point. It won't be this year.
Yeah.
With vacation from work, I took a new job, and so
okay,
I'm kind of going to be limited on vacation, and I'm going to have to burn up a week going to the pilgrimage
Yes.
and
yeah,
whatnot. So it depends on my how much time I got. I
Well,
may
you
go 140, but we're just going to have to see.
well, you do know they changed the date, right? So you're
What's
not
that?
gonna be in it the date has changed. You're
Yes,
going in winter now.
yeah, and into October. I don't know whether he's trying to get more runners
yeah,
and
Her
get it away from some
finishers.
of the. They're so congested in that area. There's a lot of races real quick right in that area. I
Yeah.
think that might be one of the reasons he moved it. Uh, I don't see Chase moving it to make it easier. Uh,
no,
he's Colorado's answer to Laz. I think he sits down there and enjoys watching people,
Yeah.
beat themselves
yeah,
up trying to get that. I mean, I would have great pride in having a race that had 60% fail rate. I would sit there and say, "Man, you tried." I mean,
yeah,
and he
exactly.
wants it legitimately. Wants to see you finish. Him and her both, Casey and Chase
Yeah, they
both. They
do
want
wanna
you to
see you
finish.
finish.
They will do anything they can to get you in.
But
Yeah, but
at
they
the
wanna
same
see you
time,
suffer.
Sort of
Yeah.
dragging you, and they may even try that if they're close.
yeah,
Oh, no.
I haven't got that.
They
but
like to see suffering.
but at the same
Yeah.
time, they don't want to just hand out buckles for something that's easy.
Easy.
Yeah, you're going to earn it. If you come away with Hell Creek with a 100-mile buckle, you earned it. There ain't
Yeah,
Yeah.
anybody.
absolutely.
I think if you go looking at the deal, I think there's one guy that come in under 25,
Mhm.
Yeah,
and that was like 19 hours. Ben, can't remember his last name. But other than that, I think the second was right at 25 hours to finish that. That
yeah,
speaks for itself on what type of race that is, because you
it
got
is.
guys out there that could rub sub 20 that are DNFing it. You
Yeah,
Yeah.
know,
yeah,
I had a guy this year tell me that he was going to do it in sub 20, and he come a long ways to go home without a buckle. But I think only 4 of us finished this year.
Yeah.
yeah.
Out of
It's a
that.
tough
So
one.
he wasn't one of them. And I tried to. I explained to him that this ain't a race to come out here and do
No.
that. And I learned. I was in his shoes the year before. I made it 35 miles. That was the worst finish I ever had at any race. Was Hell Creek in 24. 35 miles is all
Yeah,
I made it. I was so cramped up, and I was moving slow, and I knew I had to be back to the nursing home by 6 because they locked the door. So I threw my hat in and said, "I'm done. I can't do this no more." And I got back, and half the bunch I was with was already sitting there out. It's a tough
yeah,
race, and if
It
you don't
is.
respect it, the heat.
yeah,
It says 70 degrees on the thermometer, and they'll tell you things burn hotter at Hill Creek,
yeah.
Yeah.
and it'll creep up on you.
It
And
does.
I think the heat puts more people out because they don't. There's quite a bit of gain on it, and it's there's nothing flat.
No,
Nothing
no. It's
flat at
constantly
all.
up and down.
And once you
You're
get
either going up,
behind
or
and
going down. Yeah.
Yeah,
yeah,
And you get behind on your hydration, there's no
yep,
catching up.
there's no catching up.
Not on that one. And that after that, and I learned, and then I come back the next year, and I got the buckle out of it, but it was
yeah,
it was more than kind of what I wanted at the time. I mean, but I got it. Yeah, I
yeah.
don't know. Some of you might have saw that finish. I got the leans. I come out of that race with the leans real bad. I bet I was leaned at a 30-degree angle for the last 5 or 6 miles.
And that is tough. That is so tough
Yeah.
running, or even just walking with a 30% lean.
Yeah.
It's,
Yeah, it was and that's the second race that I've had the leans in. No, Honey Badger. I got the
Honey
leans real bad
Badger.
in that one too.
mhm,
I had a hernia surgery back in 23, November of 23, and my core still is not 100%. They fixed 5 hernias, and I signed up. That was the day before Thanksgiving. That night, I signed up for Outlaw 50, in February, and I went down and done real well at it. 50 mile, I'm fine, but I find about 80. If I'm going to get the leans, I'm going to get it between mile 82 and 85, or 95. Generally, somewhere in there, it's going to happen when it's happened. But I've kind of cut off my mileage running a little bit in the last couple months and started working on the core real hard.
Yeah.
So doing a lot of core work, and now I'm starting to pick my mileage back up running. I thought I would probably be better off to fix the core and just maintain some miles rather than try to build. And
Right.
so I've really come up with some, it's really kind of it's gotten better. I've noticed some things, in just everyday life with the deal. And I ran all these. I think I did 95 miles down there here, and never really had any problems with the leans. Ran strong the whole time. Matter of fact, that was my quickest 24. Furthest I'd ever went. It was good for second place down there at Ollie's. And I went down with the idea of doing 83. That would have put me the second on age group for 24 miles or 24 hours. And so I just wanted to go down and do that. But I got partway through it. So, hey, I think I can get 100. And I ended up with 95. And
That's
then
good.
the watch showed 97. They said that the course is certified, but everybody's watch comes up long.
Yes.
On it.
Right. It's because you do this on the course.
You don't follow the certified course. You're always veering a little in and out. Yeah.
But that course down there, I ran it well. I felt good through the whole night. The people that put that on have great aid station. They have heaters in there and everything. They're really good race. And we got down there, and I ended up doing better than what I'd planned. And I think that core work. And I'm not going to the gym. I'm going out cutting firewood.
Okay, yeah.
I can't stand the gym. I'm just not a gym rat, I guess. So I got chainsaws and stuff, so I go cut firewood. I cut 2 cords this weekend.
Wow.
And I cut and load it and split it, and what we don't burn, I sell, and so I get a little bit of race fee money, that's really worked out better for my core than anything.
Yeah,
and so,
I bet. That's a good, solid workout.
Yeah.
Are we going to have one final hat before we say goodbye?
Yes.
That's what I've been looking forward to. Yes. That's what I'm talking about. I dare you to.
An Egyptian. That's how that is. Run like an Egyptian.
I dare you to bring that to the pilgrimage for the final round.
I will. I'll have that out.
Awesome.
You know that we're going live pretty much the whole pilgrimage.
We'll be live streaming from the pilgrimage.
Now I got to, because I'm going to disappoint a lot of people that are watching this going, who is this idiot and where did they find him at?
And besides, you'll look better than my brother. I mean, Scott's just probably going to bring one farmer hat and that's it. Sorry, Scott, but it's true.
There's a local race here called the Lazy A. Aaron, Nathan, and Monica put it on over in Udall, Kansas. It's a backyard. And I started that out, at every loop, I wore a different hat. And one of the guys there, I think it was Brian Walden, said, man, you wear a different hat every time. What happens when you run out of hats? I said, I won't make it that far. Trust me, I ain't going to make it that far. I was still on probation at my new job. And Tracy, I did Eternal Damnation, and I did the Lazy A backyard formats. And Tracy, all the way to them races, explained to me, you're not pounding your ass into the crack. You got to get up and go to work. You cannot hurt yourself, because 60 days up there, probation, you miss one day, you have no vacation. You're done. You miss one day, and you're out the door. And it wasn't worse. So I've had to back things off. So I had enough hats to get through that one.
Yeah. Okay. That's good. But I look forward to the pilgrimage to see how many hats you're going to bring.
Yes.
Yeah. I'll bring a few every now and then.
Yeah.
I look forward to hanging out with your wife a little bit and sharing some stories. So
yeah.
I'm hoping to.
We always got a story. Always got a real life storyteller.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So I'm planning on her being the first female that we talk to that cruise her husband. So let her know that if this is happening, She's going to have to
Okay.
come sit on the couch next to me, and we're going to do an interview.
Okay. I will. Are you guys going to the Sticks too, or are you going to be at the Sticks this year?
We are going to be at the Sticks. Yes.
Okay. I've signed up for the Sticks.
Awesome.
So we'll be up there for that. I'm going to kind of use that for training for that's one last little shot before we go to pilgrimage.
Oh, pilgrimage comes before that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I think
Nope.
I better look at my schedule.
Yeah. So the pilgrimage is before it the Eternal Damnation, the pilgrimage, then the Sticks, and then the Fred that you're going to go do later, right?
All right. Okay, I'll have to look at that, man. I'm glad you said something. I would have been late to the party.
Yeah, because I'd have been like, "Oh, no one's sitting on my couch."
What would I do without you guys?
I know, right? This is a great channel to follow.
Yeah.
Are you guys going to be at Eternal Damnation?
Yes, photography.
You're going to be there too. Okay, I'll be at Eternal Damnation.
Okay.
So and then we'll be at the Sticks and we'll be at the man. You guys went over on Ultra Sign Up and looked at everything and signed up for my races, didn't you?
Just exactly.
Yes.
Yep.
I'm stalking you. That's what it is.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So we're stalking each other. It's a chicken and the egg all over again, right?
Well, I'm just now, the tamales. So I'm really, I won't steal your tamales at Eternal Damnation. You can keep those because I want you to do well.
I'll have them in all the races. Yeah, they were good. Just don't get the hot ones.
Right.
But at the Sticks,
I like hot sauce, but I don't think 100 milers and hot sauce go together.
No.
I haven't found a way yet.
And I will say at Eternal Damnation, you don't have time to fall on the trail for the photographer.
You're probably right.
Yeah.
And you can't run by Penis Rock and go, ha, 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 ha.
I just don't want you to cross the finish line and say, I'm sorry, I'm late. I missed the deadline because of the photographer.
Yeah. I think
that would put a dent in our reputation.
I really do. And here's another thing with race directors and backyard format. And I tell these guys, it don't matter how fast you are. You can run that 4.167 mile loop in 40 minutes. You got 20 minutes. You're going to give that to the race director. He gets it back. You're all on the same page when you start again. So you're just, why burn yourself up? I learned that the hard way. Why burn yourself up out there trying to run a decent pace? Because all of a sudden you find that wall.
Yeah.
And if you look at a lot of guys that run these and win them, they're the slower back of the pack guys at the hundreds.
Yes.
They got it going their way. I mean, they really do. They just back there on cruise control. Yeah. And they let that other guy burn himself up, and pretty soon they're still going.
Well, you can say it, they poop out.
They poop out,
They poop out.
It takes a special kind of runner to do these backyard ultras because
special kind of stupid.
You have to be
mastered it yet.
Yeah, I mean, you have to be so consistent for such a long time.
Yeah. There was a guy up there at Eternal Damnation this last time, and he was very, very helpful to the new guys out there that were trying that format. He'd tell them, finish in front of me and you're good to go. That guy come in 58 minutes on the dot every loop.
Yeah.
I mean, he didn't miss a beat and walked over, filled his water bottles and walked right back to the corral and went right back out. And and I think he'd won it the year before. He had some issues this year, but
Brian Smith. Brian Smith.
Yes. Very impressive. He knew where to run, where to hike, where to take it easy, where he could push. And he was so helpful to the other runners out there, and he had a group with him that kind of stuck with him, and he didn't mind it at all.
No.
And
he was at the Last Cowboy, and he was fun to watch, and that sucker just went on, and I finally saw him lay down, and he crashed out for about 90 seconds. The best pictures in the world of him just a little bit coming out of his mouth.
Yeah.
But the one thing I can say about him is that he always had someone with him, and he was helping other people because he wants them to do well.
Yeah.
He's a good guy.
very helpful guy, and
Yeah.
there was guys out there, people I should say, that followed him that did that went a lot further than they would have
Hmm.
had
Yeah.
they went out on their own.
Oh,
And
yeah.
that's yeah, that's worth a lot. I've done some ultras where I've slowed down to help people,
Hmm.
Yeah.
share what I can do. And to me, nobody's going to remember the time that you come across the finish line, but they'll remember you finished it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Looking at you, I want you to hold a little bell up and do this because you look like a pope or something. Ding,
A
ding.
Oh,
pope?
you want the little smoky thing.
The smoky thingy,
Yeah. Well, he's an Egyptian.
Egyptian.
Yeah.
Found this hat in Sioux Falls, Iowa. I mean, I'm a Shriner. I've been in the Shrine for years, and I was up there for Central States. And at that time, I weighed 255 pounds, typical picture of Shriners and Masons. They like to eat.
Hmm.
We eat a lot. And I was no exception. I put on a lot of weight. We were up there for Central States, parading, putting on there like 29 different temples there. And I went in an antique store and found this hat. I said, man, I'm going to wear that around. And the guy said, I dare you. Man, you don't have to dare me. I'll do it. I think it's cool. And I put that thing on and I wore that thing all over Sioux Falls. And people were staring at me. They thought I was a nutcase. Kind of the point where they were kind of pulling their children back, afraid I might do something.
Well,
I don't
they
know.
You should know how that feels.
I know how that feels. Yeah.
My
Yeah.
gosh.
Yeah.
You
But
can't
in my
laugh at
case, they
yourself.
weren't wrong. I wasn't a
Yeah.
nutcase. Yeah.
Yeah, I guarantee you, I have fun.
Oh, yeah.
I didn't tell Tracy part of the $200 entry fee's the fun too. The stories you get out of it.
Yes.
And that's worth $200. You ain't
It
gonna get
is.
that story on any other day of the race. You ain't gonna get the story of the hat in Sioux Falls if you don't buy it and wear it.
That's right.
You gotta have a gimmick. If you ain't the fastest guy on the track, man, you gotta get something to get their attention.
Yeah.
That's right. That's right. Well, this has been an absolute pleasure. It's been fun. And
Yeah, you undersold it for me.
yeah.
Yeah.
But we will see you at Eternal Damnation, which is not that far away.
Not too bad, no.
No? And
No, without all it.
and we'll be rooting for you at Eternal Damnation to make sure you do
Oh yeah,
well.
well, we're gonna have fun. I'm using them for kind of training runs. I ain't gonna go to Lazy A either this year because he put that on the same weekend or that same weekend as the pilgrimage, so I won't be there. But that's the only real ultra we have in our backyard right now. I think there's another one in Wichita now, but anyway, so I'll miss that one. But I'm just using them as training runs,
Yeah.
just get out
Yeah.
and have some fun. I don't know what I'm getting into at the pilgrimage as far as the terrain. I've looked at pictures, but I don't know what the trail is. So I assume it's desert, and everybody knows deserts are flat, right?
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure. Yeah.
Sure.
Let's all agree on that.
I
Yeah.
skipped
Deserts
over
are
the
flat.
part that said high desert with plateaus on it. So
Yeah.
Well, make sure that Tracy brings you some
Oh.
Kleenex and, because you're going to cry.
yeah. And Casey or Chase said that it's not for the needy. So,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I assume that's panhandling.
Well,
Just know that
I'm
we
sure
will be there
it's-
with our cameras. We're going to capture everything. And we're also going to be running after you with video cameras. So
All right.
when you're
It's
having
gonna be a good time.
hallucinations, day
Yeah, it's
5.
gonna be a good time.
Yeah.
Yeah, did you see the size
And
of that
I
chicken?
think we can say that the desert is flat, like Kansas is flat, especially at Hill Creek.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh,
and there's going to be buzzards. So pick
yeah.
your
Oh yeah.
bones.
That's waiting for the extra meal.
I've never had a bad time at any race.
No, you'll
No.
have a good time.
It's going to be fun. There's going to be a lot
I'm
of great.
looking forward to it. If you go to a race and have a bad time, something's wrong.
Yeah.
There's a good time to be had for everybody. I don't care who you are. I
Right.
mean, the Grinch could have a good time at
Mhm.
an ultra. I mean, it's what you make of it. So
Now, we've
we'll
seen
have fun.
we've
Yeah.
seen the people signed up for the pilgrimage. That's all excellent, great, fun people.
Yeah.
So it's going to be a blast.
Yep.
So
Waffles, they'll be going on there. Well, you'll
Yep.
have to come get some waffles. I'm the waffle guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, you've never run Prairie Spirit, have you? Have you ever run Prairie Spirit? out of
No.
Ottawa?
Not yet.
No,
Not yet.
no.
I always take care of the Princeton aid station. That's gotten to be known as a place to get waffles. I bring my
Okay.
waffle iron and cook waffles there at that aid station
Okay.
both spring and fall. I've ran that captain that aid station for the last 3 or 4 years now, and now everybody, I'll be out running. Hey, you're the waffle guy from Princeton, you know. And,
Oh, now I got to run it.
Now we have to go run.
Run for
Yeah.
waffles.
that was my twin brother, man. What did that damn idiot do this time?
That is on our list. We have been talking about that for a while.
Yeah, we are going to work on our 100s eventually. We will stop running 200s. We say
Yeah.
that, but
Yeah.
every year we say that, but
Yeah.
it'll happen
Well,
one of these days.
that's a fun flat deal.
Yeah.
I've ran it. You go out there, but once you get 3 miles in, the scenery's the same
Yeah.
for the
That
next.
sounds
48.
like the cowboy.
Now here's a deal. I sent a deal to a couple guys and running. If you notice, there was a wreck there in Ottawa 2 nights ago. A semi truckload of tomato sauce went off the I-35 down onto 59 where you cross under the bridge to go on the trail. And I thought, man, it took them 13 hours to clean that up. And they showed a picture. This truck looked like it had been murdered. It was painted red with all the tomato sauce. It's all out in front of the truck. Cans of it all busted open. And the white truck had red on it. It looked like somebody massacred it. And I thought, well, you come around the corner and you're 98 miles in. Think of the hallucination you could have.
Oh my
Oh,
God! Yeah.
yes,
And
absolutely.
then you get into Alicia and Jeff at the finish line and tell them about the murdered truck, and they laugh at you.
Yeah.
Yeah, this guy's got it bad, you know. And then they
Yeah.
find out, oh, man, there was one, you know. But yeah,
Oh, I would come in licking my fingers.
I seen it come up in the news. I thought, my God. And then I seen the pictures, and all I could think was, man, what I wouldn't again been coming around the corner and finishing up that race and see that, man. You know, that would just put you over the edge. You know,
Heck
yeah.
yeah. Oh, that would have been fun.
Oh,
Dang
that would have
it.
been so much fun. Yeah. The murdered truck. Put me in cuffs. I murdered a truck. Well, thank you so much, and we will see you
Thank
very
you.
soon. It's been a
Yeah, we
pleasure.
will. We look forward to it. We always, like I said, if you hadn't have talked to me, I think it was Abilene when we first met.
Yes.
See, look at all you would have missed. You know,
Yeah,
you got
right.
150 miles there. You probably get off there, and Lisa's going to look at Renee if you hadn't have talked to him. You know,
I get blamed for that all the time. Yeah. The story that will never
that's
die.
another fun race. That's another fun race.
Yes.
So, Will puts on a great deal up there. So,
He does. Absolutely, yeah.
all right,
All right. Well, you have a good Sunday night, and we'll talk to you soon.
You do the same. You do the same.
Oh,
Talk
and
to you later.
oh, hold up. Go Broncos.
Go Broncos. That's right. I'm not a Chiefs fan. I mean, I am, but I ain't. I don't follow the NFL like I do college ball. I would just see much college ball.
Yeah.
If it comes to, I think they let them play. You know, they're a little more exciting. Them guys are hungry. They ain't made the mega millions yet, and they're still
Yeah.
wanting it. You know, NFL
Yeah.
guys,
They're working to get that $1 million
That's $1 million.
paycheck.
What the
Yeah.